A college girl steals the forbidden fruit but accidentally gets pregnant. Her father married her to a country boy for the sake of family honor. The first time he saw the girl, the man was stunned by her beauty. He fiddled with his clothes nervously. His hands couldn't help but tremble when he poured water. No matter what the girl said, he agreed.
Do you think you'll be able to love the baby?
I do.
They met in the morning. In the afternoon, they stepped into the marriage hall. Maybe the man was so nervous that he forgot to prepare the wedding ring. Luckily, the girl didn't care, because in her heart there was only her ex-boyfriend. Marrying Rhea was just a way to deal with her father, but the girl didn't expect. In the next few months, she was overwhelmed by the simple charm of the man. On the drive home, there was no one around. This made Lily, who had been raised pampered, very uncomfortable. After getting out of the car, the sound of a dog barking kept coming from the shed next to the car. It turns out that David was afraid that the dog scared Lily. Then it was shut up in advance. He gently opened the door and said,
"Welcome home."
The girl froze for a moment, then walked into the room. Not as bad as she thought. Not only was it clean and tidy, it looked comfortable too. Rhea reserved the biggest room for Lily. Then he showed Lily around the house. Knowing that Lily was coming to Rhea, he installed a water heater for her. Lily looked at Rhea quietly. She didn't expect this man to be so gentle and attentive. Over dinner, they talked about their old lives. Lily said she was a graduate student in archaeology. She was interested in the ruins of Troy, but Rhea did not know much about these things, and he could only listen in silence. After dinner, he helped Lily clean up the dishes. His meticulous tenderness overwhelmed the woman. She finally couldn't resist asking Rhea
Why you agreed to this?
Rhea simply replied,
Maybe it'd be God's will.
God's will.
After saying goodnight, they went back to their respective rooms. Lily wears the necklace her ex-boyfriend gave her. Lily looks at her ex-boyfriend's picture with tears streaming down her face. The next morning, Lily tells Rhea she wants to go to town. Call her family. Rhea immediately left work and took Lily to town. On the way, Lily looked at both sides of the crops and asked about the farm. She wished she could help Rhea with some farm work, but Rhea couldn't stand making the skinny Lily do the hard work. He told her chores would be enough. When she got to town, Lily called her sister, and Rhea took advantage of her free time to go to the library next door. In addition to borrowing the recipe Lily wanted, he also made a point of asking the janitor if there were any books about Troy. He wanted to talk to Lily more. In addition, he borrowed a book on baby care, and downstairs Lily was telling her sister about the hardships here. Although Rhea was nice to her, but she can't get her ex-boyfriend out of her mind. She asks her sister for news about her boyfriend. Still no information. But Lily still didn't give up. She wrote to her ex-boyfriend many times in secret, but never got a response. In the blink of an eye, Lily was 4 months pregnant. She was worried that the birth of the baby would have a bad effect on Rhea. She asked Rhea if he wasn't afraid of gossip.
I don't care what people think. They won't say a thing.
Why is that?
Well, they want the best for us.
In her spare time, Lily learns to cook from recipes. She was so serious. Rhea wanted to hug her from behind, but he was afraid Lily would get angry and had to keep his distance shyly. This is Lily's first omelet. It looks good, but the taste was indescribable. But he couldn't bear to hit Lily. He had to put up with the spicy food and say it was delicious. Just then, the roar of the engine came from outside the house. It turned out that Rhea had borrowed the excavator from his brother-in-law. Just because yesterday Lily said she likes to swim, he was going to build a pool in the yard.
Dig you a hole so summertimes you and the children can go swimming.
Seriously and hilariously watching Rhea maneuver the excavator, Lily couldn't help but feel touched. Lily met two Japanese girls who were working abroad here. They are not like Rhea on the farm. Both girls are highly educated. They sat together and talked about school life. Soon they became friends. In the evening, she tells Rhea the news. Kolia seemed depressed because they were just farm workers. Lily said she was talking to two girls, not something Rhea could understand. Rhea is silent, to Lily's surprise. When her brother-in-law was talking about farming again at the dinner table, Rhea took the initiative to change the subject to Troy. In fact, Rhea knew very little about it. He was just trying to please Lily, and Lily understood Rhea's intentions. Explained to everyone what Troy is. Rhea looked quietly at Lily, who was talking. He smiled. On the way back, Lily kept looking at Rhea. Her opinion of this man had changed a little bit compared to her ex-boyfriend. It seemed that the man in front of her was more worthy of a lifetime commitment. When they got home, they said goodnight to each other. Lily's beautiful face under the moonlight captivated the man. He couldn't help but kiss Lily, but just then, Lily ducked away. She wasn't ready for a new relationship. She couldn't let go of her past. Soon after, Lily's sister Abby came to visit her to see the harsh living conditions and her sister's shrunken clothes. She wanted her sister to come back with her. With the power of her family, it was possible to fabricate charges of alcoholism and domestic violence against her husband. Her child would have a name. Lily shook her head. She told her sister, Rhea was the most gentle man she had ever met. She could love him, but she couldn't hurt him. Persuasion was to no avail. Her sister stopped insisting. Before she left, Lily took out a letter, hoping her sister would send it to her ex-boyfriend for her. Life went on. Lily's car ran out of gas today. As she was getting out of the car to fill up the gas tank, she stumbled upon the bomb shelter that Rhea mentioned, a room full of dusty garbage. Lily, the archaeologist, but it was a treasure. She didn't know where the strength came from. She hauled everything home. She was excited to show Rhea what she had done.
Someone in your family was a budding archaeologist.
Lily mentioned her family to make Rhea happy. That day, Lily came back. Rhea burned the old things she had worked so hard to bring back. In Rhea's eyes, they were just junk that took up space. But I didn't expect Lily to treasure it so much.
Where is the burlap bag? What did you do with it?
Watching Lily walk away in anger, Rhea panicked. He rushed to put out the fire, hoping to keep some of it, but to no avail. Watching the man gasp for air, Lily was a little distressed, but she still couldn't unlock the hatred in her heart. Rhea asked her for forgiveness, but she says these things are not trash, but a piece of history.
Do anything to make you happy.
I know that.
Waking up the next day, Lily saw a note left by Rhea.
Dear Livy, if you like junk, you'll like the cellar. Be careful, it's dusty down there.
Lily was all smiles. She went to the cellar. Sure enough, there was a lot of old stuff here. She was very happy and put them back to use. It was like she had rediscovered the joy of life, and Rhea cooperated fully, even though he couldn't read it, but he knew it would make Lily happy. Day after day, as they got to know each other, their relationship was slowly growing. In order for Lily to be able to communicate with her family, the family had a phone and a small, weed-filled yard. Lily's arrangement made the place neat and tidy. Everything was going in the right direction. She prepares the food, planning a romantic candlelit dinner with Rhea. But when he gets home, Rhea is furious.
We don't have animals in this house.
Get out! Get out! Get out now! Get out!
Then he pulls out her ex-boyfriend's letter back and he's furious. Knowing that Lily had kept in touch with the boyfriend who had abandoned her for so long, he was heartbroken. The woman he'd been taking care of, missing the irresponsible ex-boyfriend. The next day, Lily woke up early to prepare breakfast.
I didn't know what you had for breakfast because I've never been up that early. But I made you some eggs and some oatmeal.
There's no need.
Rhea turned her down, but his tone was still gentle.
Ray, I made a mistake.
Which mistake would that be, huh? Being with him or marrying me?
He walked slowly to Lily's side. This time, the girl didn't refuse.
Is there anything you like about me, Livy?
Lily knew this time really hurt Rhea, so she found Rhea's sister, told her what the letter said. Turns out Lily had always had hope for her boyfriend, but her boyfriend wouldn't acknowledge the baby in Lily's womb. He didn't want to pay for his own mistakes. Lily wants to get out of here. She thinks it's the only way to make Rhea feel better. Her sister is very sad about this.
You're planning on leaving to losing our baby brother to the war? Nearly killed him.
In the night, Lily cries out in her sleep for her dead mother. Rhea wants to go up to comfort, but is afraid to come closer. Lily regretted hurting Rhea. Rhea is distressed. He was already in love, but he still doesn't have the courage to confess his love to Lily. The Japanese sisters found Lily. They wanted to take Lily's car to the border on Saturday. Lily agreed. Thanksgiving. Lily's heartfelt thanks made everyone happy, but beyond the words, the implication was to leave. After returning home, Rhea really didn't want to leave Lily. After thinking about it for a long time, he finally got up the courage to express his deep love to Lily.
You may have your mind set on leaving, but I can't let you go without telling you how I feel. I've fallen in love with you. And I love that baby.
Gave Lily a wedding ring that he had been preparing for a long time. Lily was deeply moved, and she was determined to live with Rhea forever. Weekend, Lily came to pick up her Japanese sister and her boyfriend, but the clever Lily found the clue right away. The man is not a soldier at all, but a surrendered prisoner of war. He just wanted to use her to help him escape. Lily is silent. She pretended to agree with him. Then in the car, she persuaded the two sisters. When the Japanese sisters get out of the car, Lily deliberately took the man into her house.
Walter, let me be frank with you.
You'll never make it across the border dressed as an MP. Come with me.
On the surface, she helped the POW find a way to escape, but when he was about to change his clothes, she secretly hid the oil drum. Then she put the car keys in a conspicuous place, and sure enough, the POW fell for the trick. He stole the keys and drove off in the truck. Hearing the roar of the engine, Lily called the police. That's when her water burst. She seized the last moment and burned the house clothes, then broke up with her ex-boyfriend. The necklace of photos was thrown into the fire together, saying goodbye to the past. At that moment, Rhea, who had gone out, also came home. The baby is born. With the buzzing of the baby, Rhea sang the song his father sang to him. Watching Rhea revel in the joy of being a father, Lily was happy. Maybe we didn't want to be ordinary at first. We all wanted to have a great love. But then, we all succumbed to the ordinary. Because the ordinary days are full of extraordinary love and tolerance.